Hi, today I want to provide you with a sequence to help you with bunions. Bunions are really common. A lot of people have them, and there are some very specific postural reasons and mechanical reasons why bunions form. But really quickly, let's explain why the body decides to form a bunion, because it's not a mistake. It does it on purpose, and it does it to actually protect the foot. So what happens is when we walk, we should be walking heel first and then roll over all 5 toes. And as we walk, that means that all 5 toes are getting equal weight, equal motion. And then at the end, we kind of push off our big toe at the very end. However, when our feet turn out when we walk, so if we're walking duck-footed or if one foot's just slightly out more than the other, then what happens is the foot turns out, the first step, it hits on the outside of the foot and then rolls in over the big toe and pushes off that big toe. Eventually, after walking enough, that big toe will start to shift. It'll start to move. And the pressure of walking will go all over kind of that big toe joint, right where the big toe connects to the foot. So the idea is to fix the foot when walking. We want to get that foot straighter when we walk, and these exercises are going to help you straighten out your foot without you thinking about it. So here we go. The first exercise, you're just going to lie down on your back. You're going to interlace your hands underneath your right knee, pull the knee back, push the left knee down, relax your head and shoulders, and make big circles one direction. 20 times one direction, as big as you can, and make sure this lower leg stays still. It shouldn't be bouncing. Big circles one way. There's 20 of those, then 20 the other way. And we're going to do both sides. And when you're done with 20, you're going to pull it back and point it 20 times, back and forth. You'll notice a burn in your shin and in your leg, and that's because those muscles are being strengthened. They have not done this job and this work for a long time. Okay, and then of course, switch legs. So push the right knee down. Bring the left knee back and circle, big circles, as big as you can make them. We're trying to exaggerate the motion. We want this full range of motion so all the muscles of the foot and ankle get in on the action and in on the work. And as I said, you are going to get tired. These muscles are going to talk to you if you do enough of these. And after 20, switch directions. And you might notice that one foot gets more fatigued than the other. That's not because it's weaker necessarily, it's because it's actually doing more work. And then point flex. Pull it back and point it. Feel the burn in your ankle and your shin. It's really deceptive. It's really difficult, even though it looks so easy. Okay, next exercise. Grab a yoga strap, or a belt works too, or even a towel. Straighten out your left leg, put the strap around the ball of your foot, lie back, pull the foot back, flex the toes in the foot back, make sure your leg is straight. You don't want your foot turned out. Push the left knee down, pull the right knee up, and pull with your arms on that foot and pull your shoulders back. And the key here is to contract your thigh, straighten your leg. You do not want it to be bent. And for the first 30 seconds, you're going to hold this down, just feeling a stretch in your calf. Pull your shoulders back. And for the next 30 seconds, you're going to pull it up. First things first, flexing the toes back, pushing the knee straight. And then after 30 seconds, pull that leg up. Push the knee straight even more. Flex the foot back, relax your shoulders. And keep pushing the opposite knee down. So no bend in the knee. And then switch. So it goes around the other foot, around the ball of the foot here. Push the right knee down, keep the right foot pointing straight up, flex the left foot back. Pull back on that strap till you feel a stretch in the back of your calf as you flex your toes and your foot back towards your knee. Lock out your left knee, contract that thigh. You want the quad muscle working, relax your head, pull your shoulders back a little bit, and you're hanging out here. 30 seconds here. Remember to breathe. And then pull that foot up. Flex the foot back, 30 seconds here. Now what you're gonna find here in a second is we're gonna tie in the lower body and the upper body. We're gonna remind your foot it's designed to work with your knee and your hip, and that your shoulders play a role in it, believe it or not. And relax. Next exercise, you're gonna go over on your stomach, and this is the key. You wanna pigeon toe your feet. Your toes should touch, your heels should fall apart. So big toes are touching, heels apart, elbows underneath your shoulders. Drop your shoulder blades. You're gonna squeeze them together as your chest drops. Take your hands, pry them away from each other. So squeezing those shoulder blades down, big toes touching, heels pushed apart, squeezing those shoulders. And you're hanging out here. Now this exercise is realigning the spine, but it's also reminding your ankle, knee, and hip joints that they're supposed to be working together in the same plane. As one rotates in, they all should rotate in. Keep squeezing. You're gonna hold this for about a minute. And after a minute, you're gonna stand up. After a minute, stand on up. This time, pigeon toe your feet, lock out your knees, interlace your hands together, push your palms up towards the ceiling and pull your arms back. Lock out your elbows, push your knees back, pull your arms back, really push up and hang out right here for about 30 seconds. Now here's the key. You want these big toes touching, the heels apart, roll the weight on the insides of your feet and lock out your knees as you pull your arms back. Pull back, hold, hanging out here. Relax your stomach, keep pushing your knees straight, roll the weight on the insides of your feet, pull your arms back, and after 30 seconds to a minute, relax, shake it out, look down at your feet, and you might notice that your feet are straighter than they were before. You feel more balanced right to left, and as you take a few steps, you might also notice that you're going over all 5 toes rather than just the one with the bunion, that big toe, okay? Hope this helps. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel and please send it to anyone you know who might have bunions.